Guys, welcome back to 100% NUFC. I hope I find you really well. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to go along and subscribe. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I'm here to read a statement from Rafa Benitez. And again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. That would be massively appreciated. Put your comments in down below. So in this video, I'm going to be reading out the statement that we've all been waiting for from Rafa Benitez as Newcastle fans, for the reason why he walked away from his contract as of last Monday, the 24th of June 2019. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is reading out the statement section by section, and then I'm going to be analysing it, and then I'm going to be giving my opinion on what I'm going to be doing going forward into the new season after this decision from Rafa Benitez. Now, let's read it. Dear fans, thank you for 3 fantastic, exciting and at times challenging years. What we have had here, your support, your affection and your passion has been unbelievable for me. St James's Park has been always special. The 5-1 win against Tottenham, the 15th for the 5th 2016 was so emotional that since that day I have always felt as though I belonged at Newcastle, and I thank you for making me feel so welcome and at home. Thank you to everyone at the club who has helped the team, and of course to the fine players who grew and fought with us, and to the staff, one of the best I have ever shared time with. From winning the championship to our 2 seasons in the Premier League, fans, staff and players have all been united. I wanted to stay, but I didn't just want to sign an extended contract, I wanted to be part of a project. Unfortunately, it became increasingly clear to me that those at the top of the club did not share the same vision. I am very sad about that, but I do not regret for one moment my decision to come to Tyneside, and I am very proud about what we achieved together. I will always have you in my heart. Best of luck for the future. Come on Toons, Rafa Benitez. Now, what do I say about that? I can't be surprised about some of the things that Rafa Benitez has said, unfortunately, because you could kind of see it coming, especially when Rafa Benitez got to a 10th place finish in the 2017-18 season. But as I've said, I'm going to analyse it step by step in this statement. So again, Rafa Benitez has went on to say, thank you very much to the fans for 3 fantastic and exciting times at St James's Park. If anything though, it should be the other way around. We should be thanking Rafa Benitez, something that we have done. But at the same time, you know, Rafa Benitez has been left to rot once more by these so-called crooked owners, you know, at Newcastle United, called Mike Ashley and Lee Charnley. You know, he's come in and he's had 3 fantastic years despite the circumstances, despite Mike Ashley not having any ambition, you know, for the football club. And Mike Ashley should be thanking Rafa Benitez at the fact that he's had to, you know, work under these circumstances, and that he's had to deal with Mike Ashley's constant, you know, negativity, sort of stabbing him in the back and not backing Rafa Benitez, you know, going forward. And the fact that Rafa Benitez has even stayed here for 3 years is a miracle in itself. Now, of course, he went on to say that, you know, the support that he got, our affection towards him when he took over the job in March 2016 when Steve McCram got sacked, he went on to say, you know, thank you very much for that. You know, he's had an unbelievable, you know, time, you know, managing in the dugout, you know, at St James's Park. You know, it's always going to be a special place for him. You know, he recognises that, you know, we've got such a good support and that we're always going to back the team through thick and thin at home. Of course, that may be different now going into the new season, now that Rafa's gone. You know, he recognises, you know, the 5-1 win, you know, against Tottenham Hotspur, you know, when they had been challenged by the Champions League, we'd already been relegated. And the fact that, you know, the fans, you know, sort of packed out the stadium, you know, to see Newcastle get relegated is a big thing in itself, and that's the reason why Rafa Benitez, you know, stayed in the first place and signed a 3-year contract at that time. And he always felt that he belonged at Newcastle United. Of course, he's got that good relationship with the Liverpool fans, but I've always said Liverpool and Newcastle fans are very alike. Both, you know, working class cities, both clubs, you know, want to succeed. Of course, one club's got it better than the other, but, you know, football is where it lives. You know, in this city, we're all about football. We live and die by the football club. Of course, he's went on to say thank you to everyone, you know, at the football club, in the team that he's had around him. Of course, his assistants, you know, and all the players as well that he's had and he's signed. You know, they've all learned something from him. They've all grew, and of course, they're all going to go on to have good careers. Of course, like Perez, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. And of course, like Mo Diome has left. There's players gone in the past, like Mitrovic, you know, who worked under Rafa Benitez as well. So he appreciates, you know, all the players, you know, that took part, you know, while Rafa Benitez was here in the 3 years. And of course, he remembers winning the championship, which was huge. You know, it was a very good season. Of course, it was a lot of twists and turns between ourselves, Brighton, Huddersfield. but he delivered us the title when another manager may have failed in the championship. If we got relegated, which we did, Rafa Benitez didn't have to stay. Rafa Benitez could have went elsewhere. He could have managed a team back in the Premier League. He could have managed another European football club. So I respect him in that. For managing in the second division. When you say Rafa Benitez in second division, it doesn't go well, but at least then you can say he's a winner. The championship is a tough league, and Rafa Benitez proved what a top manager he is by delivering us the championship title against all the odds when we did go down. A lot of clubs were saying that we'll potentially do a Leeds and not come back for a few seasons. So Rafa Benitez wrote the wrongs there, and he put effort right, getting us back into the Premier League. And of course, he wanted to sign an extended contract, but he felt that the terms weren't right, and of course that Mike Ashley and the board higher up don't share the same vision. Now I have to say, what a surprise. Given that Mike Ashley's been here 12 years, we've achieved absolutely nothing. We've achieved one 5th place finish under Alan Pardew. Look at the managers that we've had under Mike Ashley. I could only name 3 decent managers that would have done a decent job if given the right backing, and that's for me Kevin Keegan, Chris Hughton, and of course Rafa Benitez. The rest of them for me are all yes men. I don't think they should have stayed as long as they did. I mean, however, you're a bad club when you're offering the likes of Pardew an 8-year contract. I mean, sort it out, Mike Ashley. And of course he's very sad about that, but he does not regret one moment signing for Newcastle United and coming to Newcastle, because he sees it's a football and he sees that we want to achieve something. Rafa Benitez, as I've said in many videos before, Rafa wants to win trophies. He wants to challenge in that top 7, and you don't blame him. A club like us should be challenging in that top 7. That might sound arrogant, but it's not. We're not a club that should be battling relegation. Let's just stay in the middle of the table. That's boring. We should be spending ridiculous amounts of money on Hoslu and players like that. We should be challenging at the right end of the transfer market. Buying strikers for like 30-35 million pounds. We shouldn't be bidding 9 million for Rondon when he's worth 16.5 million, because Mike Ashley is a greedy, penny pinching bastard, and that's never going to change. And I have to say, after reading that statement, unfortunately, if Mike Ashley does not sell this football club, and as I've said before, if he doesn't get a good manager in on the same pedigree as Rafa Benitez, then you can forget next season. I'm giving Mike Ashley no more money, and I will be going to as many protests next season as possible if that's what it takes, because at the end of the day, man, we're getting run to the ground, and this club is rotten to the core, and it's not going to change while Mike Ashley's still here. I mean, like I say, getting rid of Rafa Benitez, the best manager that we've had in years, is the final straw for me. Because as I've going to say before, if he's going to get rid of Rafa Benitez, who's a big name manager, he's going to get rid of the rest of them. If we have other big name managers, Mourinho, the likes of them, they're not going to manage, under Rafa Benitez, under Mike Ashley, because again, if Mike Ashley's not going to back Rafa Benitez, what makes you think he's going to back Mourinho? Do you know what I mean? So it kind of doesn't make sense. And again, reading the statement back, I'm not surprised that Rafa Benitez has made the decision that he's had to make, and I wish him very well going forward in his future. And I hope that if this takeover does happen, which is what I'm sweating on, that we can get Rafa Benitez back. As I've said before, it's easier said than done, but I want to take over now. We need fresh investment. The only way we're going to move forward is by getting this takeover. If we don't, then we're just going to go down the league next season. And I do predict a relegation battle. I don't expect for it to be challenging anywhere near the middle of the table after the decision of Mike Ashley and the board. And it just goes to show that they're all for themselves. They don't care about the fans. They never have, and they never will. So that's just my thoughts about Mike Ashley, and I have to say that he's getting no more money from me now until he sells up. So let me know what you think about the statement. And as I said, for Rafa Benitez, he'll go on to bigger and better things, I'm sure. He'll not have to suffer anymore, and he'll get backed by the correct owners, and I do feel sorry for him because he is a successful manager in his own right. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to go along and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button so I can try and get to 2,000 subscribers. That is the aim. And also don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and put your comments in down below. Alright, how are the lads?